Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Asian xAlisa right here, hopefully one of your favorite official content creators for the First Descendant. Now today, let's talk about the community. Let's talk about everything in this community. Let's talk about the content creators, the community, and Nexon'S practices. So, let's get started. Let's get right on into everything. Now for content creators, off the top of the bat, if you do look at content creators for the First Descendant, on YouTube at least, let me specify that, this is what you're going to come up with. You're going to find Centivades, a very, very influential figure for the First Descendant, Ornery Biscuit, another very heavily influential figure, Real Asian Robot, Full Measure, Moxie, Judge, Grey, and myself. All influential figures for the First Descendant. Now if you look at our channel sizes, you can see that we all are above 10,000 subscribers, which is a very, very it's a big milestone on YouTube. Getting to 10k subs is difficult, and you can see here channels ranging between 13,000 and 463,000. Now not all of the communities in these subscriber count is all First Descendant players, but let's have a look at what is First Descendant players. So if we do pull up the numbers, you can see here it's around about this. Now I'm not Ornery Biscuit, so I'm not going to ever be able to satisfy you guys with math the way she does. However, let me at least give it a shot. So if you look at this right now, we have about 13,000 concurrent players playing on Steam at this exact moment in time. Now with this is solid. This is a good number. If we were to add console onto here, for the benefit of the doubt, I'm going to say console is about 2.5 times the players. So let's say between 30 to 40,000 players playing this game. Quite a big number. Out of these 40,000 people that will probably play this game, let's say for argument's sake, 2.5 times that is unique players. So now we have a total of 100,000 players. Now, if we were to account for 100,000 people, and if 100,000 people were to look up the First Descendant on YouTube and look up a video, there is a high chance you're gonna run into one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people over here. Not saying these are the only creators you'll run into, because you can definitely run into some other ones. 7TV is another great creator. French Reaper, another great creator. Songs of Rays. There's a lot of other good creators out there, but I'm focusing on the most mainstream ones as of right now. So if we were to look and focus on these specific creators, there is a fairly high chance that you will run into a video from one of these. These are the most prominent communities within the First Descendant, and this is a lot of players. Now if we were to roughly give this a math estimate and just use about 20% of the subscribers number on each content creator, or all of them combined, approximately out of 20%, maybe almost 15 to 20% of people would watch one creator only. About 2% of them would watch two creators consistently, and then about 0.5% will watch like several creators consistently. Not to say that one's better than the other, because we're not. No one is better than other. I'm not better than any other creator on the screen, and they are not better than I am. It's fairly simple. We're all human at the end of the day, so we got to treat it like that. But with this over here, right, there is a pretty staggering chance that you run into a lot of this, and people like to cross-reference a lot. If you have a look at for example, let's say a Nell video, if you look for a Nell build, chances are every single one of us has posted a Nell build, and that's a pretty good thing. It means the community is working, the creators somewhat have influence, is what I would like to say. All is well in the world, right? So the chances of you finding one of these creators is fairly high. We've established that. Basically, all is good in the world. Fucking cheers. Now, let's talk about Nexon, because the creators are directly in front of us. Nexon are not. I'm in the UK, and Korea is, pretty far away. So let's talk about the Discord right now. Now, the First Descendant Discord is not something you have to pay 50 or 100 bucks a month for, thankfully. We're all glad about that. However, with the First Descendant Discord, they recently added a channel for content creators. Now, I'm not going to expose this channel and say that, oh, look at this and this is what we've all said and done, because this channel doesn't even exist. Over a month ago now, there was an application to basically apply to be a Nexon content creator that does get accepted into this Discord server, or Discord channel, private channel in the TFD Discord, which basically allows creators to communicate with each other, or ideally, what I would love to do is have a direct line to talk to Nexon, so you can just, you know, address stuff straight away. Now, the biggest problem with this is the requirements to become a Nexon creator. Nexon creators have literally, like, no requirement to get in, which is the main problem. As of right now, whilst I'm recording this video, you can see over here, there is 8,930 verified Nexon creators. Out of all of these 8,930 people, let's be very, very generous and say 200 people make content for the First Descendant. 200 is probably being generous as well. It might be less, it might be higher, I could be wrong, but let's just say there's definitely not 8,900 people making videos / streaming this game. And with this is just overinflation, and Nexon are trying to cut it down, is what I am looking at it as. Now, let me talk about another game that's coming up very soon, Borderlands 4. A lot of people are very much looking forward to Borderlands 4. Myself is definitely one of them. With Borderlands 4, they also have the Vault Hunter program, which is a Borderlands content creation program. I myself applied for that content creation program on Monday. I got a response and an invite to a private creator only Discord on Tuesday, within less than 24 hours. Gearbox have got their stuff together, and you can tell that they care for their creators and they value their creators, which is something I just do not feel that the First Descendant developers or Nexon in this instance do at all. If Ornery Biscuit was to say, for example, I'm done with TFD, there would be mass panic in the community. There would literally be mass panic. These creators, Sen, Ornery, Robot, Full Measure, Moxie, myself, and Judge hold influence. The developers deliver a product. Think of it as a meal. The developers have thrown us a steak. If they throw us a nice medium rare steak, and I would love to, you know, throw on some sauces and stuff like that, mix it in, use a different seasoning, I'm going to come up with a different blend to every single one of these creators. You can give them a product and the developers can basically let it go, see what happens. We basically make content for this game all the time for free. You don't pay us anything to do it. We do it out of our own volition. For some of us it is a living, for some of us it's not, which is completely okay. Now, the biggest thing is underappreciation and not valuing it. Like I said, if Ornery said she was quitting, or if all of the creators for this game got up and went out, you think this 13,000 people would still be here right now? When it comes to creator bases or creators, people have, they all have their loyalists. Even if it's 2% of the viewer base, across our channels, we've probably hit hundreds of thousands of millions, even millions, definitely millions of views on all of First Descendant videos combined. And to say that the creators wouldn't influence the game would be an absolute lie. A lot of people rely on creators for builds, a lot of people look towards creators for advice, and a lot of people just, you know, look up to other people for help, which is completely okay. Given that this game is an absolute toxic cesspool when it comes to world chat, I don't blame anyone for this at all. Now, another thing that I want to mention is the good things that Nexon have done, because I'm talking about their good qualities and their bad qualities. I'm leaving everything on the table over here. Now, if we talk about Nexon's good qualities, the only good thing I can see them doing is communicating with the community. I still think that they listen to the wrong people a lot of the time. For example, the lounge, even the people who were excited about the lounge did not like the majority of it and were upset that, quote, you cannot see your descendant nude in the shower. please never make that a thing. This is taking the game in the wrong direction. I'll come back to that a little bit later. But let's focus on the good things. Season 3. The launch for Season 3 was interesting, but the creators had a chance. Apart from Sen Evades and myself, all these creators here, Judge, Moxie, Robot, Full Measure, and Biscuit, all got access to play Season 3 early, which is a good thing. That is good. That's positive. Keep that up, Nexon. Giving creators time to work on content before the release of the season is a very, very positive thing. It definitely generated a lot of hype. I remember sitting there and streaming and having tons of people come by like, yo, have you seen this in Season 3? Henri's dropped this, Robot said this, Judges said this, Full Measure said this. It created a lot of hype between the community. It created a bit of disappointment, but hype was at an all-time high, which is something that I think was very good. Now, with this, that was basically where the good things end. Now let's talk about the bad things. I already mentioned the absolutely ludicrous amount of creators in here, but for Nexon to look at YouTube and look at Twitch and basically say these are our 10 most consistent creators is not a difficult task. You can use Twitch Tracker to find your TFD streamers. You can use YouTube, Social Blade, or whatever. Even just searching up the First Descendant will basically put everything into context for you. You can very, very easily monitor data, especially in today's day and age. Trust me, I've got a degree in data analysis and forensics. I know how easy it is to track a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel. It's really not difficult. If I can do it, Nexon can definitely do it. So the fact that they've got an insane amount of creators is something that does need to be cut down, but it's not difficult for them to figure out who their creators are. And I think that they should be treating their creators with more respect. Sen Evades, for example, is one of the most influential figures. If we look over on Twitch, he is literally the #1 streamer for the First Descendant whenever this man goes live. If I'm live, if Judge is live, you know, we all have plenty of people watching, all three of us, but Sen is usually sitting at the top with maybe 100 more viewers than the rest of us, or 50, 60. Sen's top dog on Twitch for a reason. He's a very good creator, he's very consistent, and he's very honest about what he thinks and criticizes Nexon in a way that I think is completely fair. A lot of people look at it as Sen is doing nothing but shitting on the game, but he's not doing it out of a place of hatred. He's doing it out of a place of caring and wanting this game to grow. The same can be said for myself. If any one of us, any creator, talks about the state of the game, it's not because we want the game to fail. For some of us, this is literally our living. We want this game to succeed for the right reasons, and the direction of the game is again something I'm going to come back to shortly. Now, let me talk about one of the biggest or worst things that I've seen recently. With the Nexon Creator Program, they basically changed, or not even just the Creator Program, just the game in general. They essentially changed the way that this game works and changed it so that if you don't play the First Descendant within 1 year, you can have your account just straight up deleted by Nexon. It doesn't matter if you spent like thousands on it. If they see that you've not played the game in like 4 months or 8 months or something like that, they can just up and delete it. It was a change in their policy a while back. I did see a screenshot of it on Reddit, I think my viewer sent it me from, but there you go, that's another thing. Now let me scale that even further. The creators are as well being punished / basically being pushed into something very, very interesting. This is a new policy that came into effect just over a week ago. This policy was revised on 27th of August 2025, and this is what it states. You must upload videos or streaming content related to the relevant game at least once a week. If you fail to upload content once a week, your creative activities may be restricted, including having your accumulated points suspended and your rating lowered. If there's no activity such as uploading a video content or live streaming during the time period for each game, your creator status may be subject to termination. This can lead to service restrictions, including suspension of accumulation, inability to withdraw points, a limited eligibility for campaign participation, and restrictions on coupons. This is a fucking insane policy. This is not a policy that you implement onto your creators unless you're scared of something. Nexon is scared of Borderlands 4. If we look at the creators, like I said, these are the main creators for the game on YouTube. If we look at Twitch, some of them are translated over to Twitch, myself, Sen Evades, Judge, are all active on Twitch, very active, and there's definitely streamers on Twitch that aren't on YouTube as much. For example, Benoit, Linz, Seven is more active on Twitch. There's other creators that are more active on Twitch as well. So to put this policy in place saying you basically have to stream the game or upload something once a week, otherwise you can be subject to termination, is absolutely fucking nuts. 7 days is not enough. 7 days is not enough, sorry, not right at all. If you want to do this policy, give it 1 month, give it 4 weeks, and that's completely fine. If we say nothing about this game or do nothing for the game in 4 weeks or a month, completely fine, that's fair. But with this, you can't even go on a holiday for 7 days or something like that. Or, you know, if you're unwell or out for the count, you can be unwell for more than 7 days at a time. This policy is very restrictive and shows a major sign of fear from Nexon regarding their creators for this game. I think even though they can't say it, they do feel the fact that without their creators, this game might be very screwed. Now, let's push this back. Let me talk about the creator program. As a creator, I get literally zero benefit over a casual player or any player for this game, and this will apply to all creators. When you use our creator codes, we get 1% of your purchase, or I think maybe less, I'm not 100% sure. So if you spend like 80 bucks on Caliber, I get like a few hundred points, like 800 points, which is like 80 pence, and that will equate, and we have to stack that up to about $120, so 120,000 points. Once we get that, we can apply for a cash out, and it'll take a month and a half or 2 months, and then we get our money. And I basically give that right back to my community and just do giveaways for Caliber. But other people can use that, spend that however they see fit. Now, you have to get these points within 3 months. If not, your points go poof and they vanish. Real money does not do that. This is a stupid system yet again, and is predatory towards creators. Now, another thing is you can only cash out between the 6th and 22nd of every month, so a 3-week window. I don't know how the taxes and stuff work, but I got very heavily taxed last time. I cashed out $120 and I got about $74 or something like that in actual money in my account at the end of all of this. So yeah, that was fun. Right, talking about the this stuff over, right? Now, I know this is probably going to be like, well, Alyssa, why are you mentioning every creator? Because all of your creators are intertwined, whether you want to believe it or not. If you watch a Sen video, you're probably going to watch a Judge Grey video, you might watch an Henri video, you might watch an Alyssa video. Same can be said for any of these creators in any direction. This game is not a majorly massive game. There's only, like I said, several creators for this game, and I feel like the way that this has been taken is definitely something that you really need to be careful with. Another thing I want to talk about is sponsorships. Nexon do not sponsor any of us. However, if you've been on Twitch recently, you'll know that they sponsored Destiny 2 creators and Warframe creators to play this game. Now, a sponsor segment is great. It should, in theory, work very well. But when you're paying someone that does not care about this game, probably I would assume a decent amount of money to play a game where in this game they basically just chose Ajax to make the game look bad, I would assume, or just because, you know, they thought he'd be a cool tank type character, and to just run like 2 missions in Kingston and then run 1 Sigma sector and basically have their paid sponsor expire and never ever look back to this game. They get their bag, and this game either looks really good or bad, or just in general, the reputation for this game goes from here down to here. Now, I'll talk about the reputation now. So the reputation for this game is nothing more than a Gooner game. Nexon have chosen their niche of Gooners, and it has to stay that way now, because with some of the stuff that they've added into this game, for example, the lounge, or even just some of the emotes of stuff like that, or the bikini skins and the jiggle physics, it's enough to put people off. You've alienated like 40% of normal players because you've put these features in that would appease Gooners, and you've basically segregated your audience. If you were to ask a normal functioning married man to play this, if a man's got like a wife and 2 kids, he's not playing the First Descendant. If, you know, his family are in front of him, he doesn't want his children to see flipping bikini women gooning with jiggle physics and all this sort of stuff in a lounge where he can spread their legs and shove a camera up their ass, and not to mention the details on the underwear skin. If you've seen it, you'll know that you can basically see through all of the clothes in the Axion. not appropriate. And let me just pull this one up for you for reference. This is my Steam, and if I go over to the store page, this game is a 12-year-old game. Let me hammer that home. In the UK, this game is for 12-year-olds. This is not fucking appropriate. Steam need to either like change this, or Nexon need to be like, hey yo, can you lift that up? Because no 12-year-old should be playing this game, and that much is at least clear. Now, let me talk about this in another way going forward. Creators are a massive thing for this game. We have sway, we have influence, and people can come to us for builds, advice, or just a place to hang out. You can hell even matchmake and find friends and learn and meet other people in creator streams, so on and so forth. We are a very important part of this community, and some of us get mistreated, some of us just get flat right ignored. And it would be really nice if we had a direct line to Nexon, for one thing, and for the second thing, I have nothing but love and respect for Centivades, for Onry Biscuit, Real Agent Robot, Full Measure, Moxie, Judge Grey. Fucking love every single one of you guys, and I appreciate all the content that you make. Even though I might not comment on every one of your videos, I've at least checked your guys' channel out. And lady, sorry Onry. I've had a look at your videos and checked your channels out at least once in a while. It's always good to see what other people are up to. And I pray for all of you guys to be, doing well, having good months, making a good amount of money. And I pray that yourselves, your family, and everyone you care about is doing good and well too. This video is not here to be malicious. This video is here to at least catch people up and basically help them understand what is going on in this community. The new policy, like I said, is an example of that. They are scared that their creators are going to go to Borderlands, and whether they implement this or not, it's absolutely not going to stop me. I'm going to definitely be streaming Borderlands 4 over on my Twitch at least. Whether I make YouTube videos about it, that's yet to be decided, but yeah. Please focus on making this game more enjoyable, not implementing 6 variations of the lounge. We've already got lounge 1, lounge 2 you can have other friends in, lounge 3 is going to be VR, and lounge 4 is going to be fuck it, you can jump in your screen and put your dick inside of the fucking bed whilst you're at it. But even still, Nexon, please focus on dungeons, focus on the melee, brush it up. Please work with the creators to make this game truly reach the potential it can reach, because this game has a template for everything to go absolutely insanely well. So please work with us, and that's everything from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing, and yeah, that's all from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.